But sure, okay, I'll give it a listen. Why not? It's probably just like a 2-second mention. Beta. I have no idea what any of this is about.
While they've been calling this Peter's speech, it's ostensibly Peter and their partner, astronaut cowboy doctor's speech together because they do this podcast together. For context on ACD, she said that she used to be a Vaush fan until she saw Vaush get beaten in the Marketplace of Ideas by Caleb Maupin, and now she's a Maupin.
Interesting. I guess statistically there have to be some people, right? That's like having a friend and then they ghost you and you realize it's because after you scraped shit off the bottom of your shoe, they became a fan of the shit and like took its side. I don't know if it's a comedy bit, yeah.
Fan.
I'll say this for Caleb Maupin, he definitely came off like the more educated person in that debate.
This is very revealing on these people's perspectives.
Yeah, Vaush did make Caleb fucking Maupin look smart in that debate.
Does this person have a human name that we can call them?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
ACD is what I kind of, yeah. It's ostensibly Peter and ACD's speech together, right? I wouldn't say Peter contributes nothing. That would be fact.
Oh, was I the ACD? Oh no, they're talking about something else. Yeah. Yeah. Sophie makes some really good content. Can I be real with you guys? This may come off as remarkably self-centered on my part, but honest to God, I really don't think the people who act like this about me can really fairly be called leftists, you know? I feel like I'm kind of a lightning rod that like catalyzes their emotional state in a way that makes their real priorities clear. And I think that for a lot of them, the lefty stuff is just like this aesthetic, like which social group do I want to be in? But the moment they're challenged on that, all their positions will rocket like other way, you know? Yeah. It's like, I think that in order for you to be authentically of a political persuasion, like that can't be something that you abandon the nanosecond. You know what I mean? I guess I genuinely don't understand what political perspective a person has to have for them to see the debate with Caleb Maupin and come away with those conclusions. Keep in mind though, Thought Slime is the person who when talking about like biggest own of the year or something, it was the debate Professor Flowers had with me from Professor Flowers' side owning me, and it was in a list alongside like Sean making Jimmy Dore freak out so hard that he faked like firing a producer who he blamed the lies on, you know? Like, it's indicative of this, like, degree of spitefulness that overcomes any actual political beliefs they have. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. What I find shocking is that people are so soulless as to grift in this stuff. I don't think they're grifting. Well, I do think they're bad people, like, morally. Remember, having good political prescriptions is not the same as being a good person. Not even close, you know. In fact, I don't even know if there's a relationship between those two things, frankly. In terms of like, you know, interest in and care for people. But in terms of, yeah, I don't think they're grifting. I think it's just like, they're just really emotional and kind of dumb, you know? So a lot of their, it's just like in-group stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Just seems like in-group stuff. No, Jimmy Dore is grifting. I'm talking about Thought Slime and Sophie, you know? If you're interested, this is the moment you show up in XQC stream.
Of it, he caught a 7-day ban.
Sir?
Dumb cracker bitch.
Other streamers were banned for
Oh, come on, dude!
Cracker were Vaush, Frost, Bruce, Drop 'em Off, and just a...
Wait, that's it? I just flashed on screen for a second? Okay. Yeah. Actually kind of mad people defended Professor Flowers by saying she didn't know a lot about land back. You guys have to understand, okay? Like, as much as people meme about it, you know? people like Thought Slime or Sophie or whatever really are like the how would you put it? The stereotype of like the white paternalist activist, you know? Like these people would have a conversation with a black American, and the black American would say like, I think we should vote for Biden because he's less fascist than Trump, which is better. And also, I don't think that we can solve racial issues through creating ethno states. And like that, from that, like they would listen. But outside of that, I think like maybe they wouldn't actually. Nah, maybe they would call them like internally racist or something. I don't know. There's not really much consistency in how they form their points, you know? I just think a lot of it is like whatever feels wokest. Yeah. Making a whole apology video for saying nanners. Fucking psychopaths, these people. I don't think I've ever seen a Sophie video, though. I watched them both for years concurrently while watching you. They agree with you on the vast majority of things, but the edginess, lighting rod aesthetic is probably just what pisses them off. What a person's positions are almost irrelevant to me. I think that Destiny demonstrates this very well, you know? Like a person can talk day in, day out what their positions are. What matters is what their behavior is, you know? A person's positions, like, for example, think of all of the conservatives out there whose positions are that racism is bad. What effect does this have on them and their advocacy, right? Ben Shapiro says that, and then he goes and writes books about, like, you know, fake BLM drug dealers co-opting movements with woke, like, yeah, like that weirdo shit that he wrote. What people's stated positions are not that relevant, you know. It's really what people do and say, I think. They really think Maupin won against you in a debate. They're just saying you to just to say that you're bad. I don't think they actually think that, because I don't think they think. I think they just don't like me, so it's like a virtue signal to both of them. Like, you know, we dislike this guy so much that we'll even say this. Yeah. Sophie sided with non-compete when it came to Jewish bankers, for the record. I actually, my new thing here, I really do believe that that position is anti-Semitic from them. Like, it takes not but a cursory history of, or a cursory reading of Jewish history to go like, oh yeah, of course Jews are overrepresented in these fields because of these reasons and blah, 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 you know? Like, Jews celebrate that. It's a component of their defiance of historical oppression, their ability to survive in difficult circumstances. And we were in a situation where I have Jewish fans who were on Twitter talking about their family's history being called anti-Semitic by Gentiles who are wokely denying their history because they think it sounds too yikesy to acknowledge. You know what I mean? Like, that is fucking wild. Like, that is absolutely insane, you know?